Hello, this is Fuzzy Wingman, and today I'm going to play a narrative mission called Escape the Facility. So I kind of did as that they're currently escaping the facility and there's just barrels and weapons and, well, crates just kind of lying around. So they're just like barreling through. It's just a mess in the facility and they're just trying to get out before whatever happens. It needs 200 points, so I'm just going to reuse the army from last time. Because, hey, this will be still interesting. I'm going to have the Space Marines as the attackers. So, time for them to go. I feel you can't see things as well as I would like. There, now you can see a little bit of this edge, just barely, and a little bit of this edge. So, things are at least framed. Looked framed before I started, but I guess not. Alright, basically this frickin' behind this line. Attackers don't have any restrictions besides just be within it, right? Yes. I have these kinds of their front runners to try to help clear the way. You'll have a shooting flank and then and there. So they have to go from here to here. And then the defenders set up anywhere more than 8 inches from these guys and 4 inches from each other. Well, we're going to start just kind of forming a plasma line. Well, it has to be more than 4 inches, so just let me spread out a bit. Okay, and it's got good range to a lot of these. Yep. Okay, within the orders, away from that one model. Can that one go there? I don't necessarily think so. Nope. Okay. Okay, I don't think it can necessarily sit between these two. You know, what's the space between them? Not enough for a model. There we go. Oh boys, this is getting just hard to place models. Still have to be within 8 inches of them. Jeez. But it doesn't say I can't put models into reserves. And I would assume this is the edge they would come in on if they're put into reserves. Since the Ogryn might want to think about doing that. That guy's there because it's pretty much as far forward as he could be without... Oh yeah, he's like just barely within the... Can't be any closer range. Alright, he's just kind of there. And because I'm running out of space and I can put people in reserves, I'll put the comms in the reserves, the sniper in reserves, and the 3 Ogryn into reserves. It's the only thing that makes sense. Alright. Round 1, which is a special round, if I recall. Yep, defenders' models can't move. If at the beginning of the defender's movement phase, there are no attack models within 9 inches, that model can't move or make any shooting attack. Oh, jeez. So, it's a question of who... It's still technically a random... Oh, wow. Basically, defender doesn't want to go first this turn because otherwise they won't really be able to do much. So who's got the initiative? They don't really like how high that is, but they're just going to accept that this game really should have said attackers go first, because otherwise the defenders literally at this point, it just sucks. Yep, they just made it so that way defenders are pretty much fucked. Like, with the way the words are written, this is the only model that's allowed to do anything this turn for defenders. If attackers had gone first, they'd move forward and more models would be able to do something in the first turn. But the way it's written, they can't do anything. They can't shoot, react. They're literally doing nothing. So basically I'm marking there, and I might as well just go, just so I realize it later. These guys can't do shit. Means orders can't happen, nothing. That also means technically, since other models can't move, that would mean they can't come in from reserves either. Well, their movement phase. They got a whole movement phase of... It's like, hey, I got a whole phase of no one can hurt me. Well, let's advance the Flamer and see how far he goes. Not very far. He's just going to kind of be there. He's going to declare charge on him because, hey, this guy can't react at all, so no Overwatch. 8 inches. He'll be there. This guy's also going to declare it on the guy who can't do shit. And go 7 inches. And there, no, he's a Terminator. He only gets to move 5 inches. He gets to go 6 inches. There, nice, good, just push. Like, that's turn one. They're already there. Shooting phase. The only model on their team that could shoot. He's just gonna shoot the guy in front of him. It's his best shot. 4 is to hit, but hey, he's Cadian, so he gets to reroll ones because he didn't move. So he wasn't allowed to move. Alright, you got a hit, at least. 5 to wound. Look at that. He successfully got a wound. This guy's got his 3-up armor, though. Which he failed. He has command points, so we'll spend 1 because, you know, he could pass. So he's fired. These guys can no longer shoot anything. Flamethrower. Who's he gonna cook? He's just gonna cook this guy first. So, how many shots? 4. He'll keep that. Strength 4, so 3's to wound. They are playing as, you know, the weird successor challenge chapter of Salamanders. So he's gonna reuse the free reroll to wound right now. So 2 wounds. And it's AP 0, so 2 5-ups for that guy. He failed 1. I'm pretty sure they're still allowed to use command point, so I'll spend a command point to reroll one of those because he doesn't want to just, you know. Yeah, okay. Injury roll. 5, dead. That's nice. I might as well just put dead over here for guardsmen, just because I have reserves over here. I realized I didn't pull their list out for myself. And done. If I need to double check anything, I could double check things. You know, I don't think that's going to matter in the end. So Flamer's fired. He's going to fire his crack grenade into that guy. Obscured, so 4 is to hit. Hits. Strength 6, so 2 to wound. Wounds. AP -1, so 5-up save. Hey, we actually saved something. Before everyone just dies because, yeah. The assault cannon is just going to shoot all shots into that plasma. He's a heavy specialist, so he doesn't take the penalty for moving, but the target's obscured. So 4 is to hit. All those hit. 2's to wound. 3 wounds. 3 5-up saves for this model. Failed all 3. No way they could have enough command points to reroll that. But still, only 1 injury roll. It's a 3. They have command points. They'll spend it to reroll that. Okay. Flesh wound. We'll see how long that flesh wound lasts. So he's just going to shoot 2 shots into that plasma as well now. Well, I would say the model's pretty actually out in the open for him. So 3's to hit. Both hit. 3's to wound. Both wound. 2 5-up saves. Made 1. I'll spend their last command point to reroll one of these because they just don't want the plasma to die that quickly. Okay. Saved. Alright, he's going to fire 2 shots into that sniper. 4 is to hit. He's obscured. 1 hit. 3 to wound. wounds, one just normal 4-up save. Failed it. They have no command points to reroll, so injury roll. They don't have anything else to add to that, but, still 2 wounds. Sniper's not going to do that. It's not even a sniper, it's just the plasma. This guy will also fire his 2 shots. He can see, right? Oh yeah, he can see. And it's also 2 shots, 4s to hit. Both hit. 3s to wound. Both wound. 2 4-up saves. Failed 1. No command points to reroll. And even if it's a flesh wound, that's out of action. And hell, he will just shoot into that model. 2 shots. Yep, 4s to hit. 1 hit. He's rolling the wrong dice, but it's okay. He'll just switch over. 3 to wound. They haven't spent the free reroll to hit yet, so he'll spend it there. Okay. So, they've all fired. There's no melee. No morale yet. Yeah. Round 2. Both teams go up by 2 command points. Who's got initiative? 4. 10. Well, that kind of sucks for guardsmen now. Flamer's gonna advance. They're gonna spend a command point to reroll that, actually. Okay, fine. He's gonna advance this way to get out of being out in the open for him. He's going to declare a charge on that guy. So he gets his overwatch. He's not overcharged. He's going to overcharge. He kind of needs to. 6 to hit. Spend 1 command point to reroll this one. Oh, of course. He just dies. I don't think this guy continues charging because his target's dead. What happens? Does he just advance to where the model was? I think there was an FAQ on this, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think someone specifically asked about this. I mean, it still says... I'll just roll and move to the position that... No, it gets to go its movement distance anyway. Beep. He's actually just going to click charge on this guardsman just to finish off this guardsman. No hits. 6 inches, so it's going to run this way to hit him there. So when he consolidates, he moves over that way. Alright. 5 inches. He's got to kind of walk around all this stuff now, but he can go this way. Alright. These people. Ready. 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 Heck. ready. And then at the end of movement, reinforcements. Not going to spend any command points. They're just going to... wait. How far can they come along? Because if they walk on, I might want to get them farther than just the edge. Within 1 inch of the board edge. So, basically just plop. Plop. And these two will come in. Actually, they'll come in here. So that way they have some shots over here. So, orders. She's going to give this plasma take aim. And all the other plasmas are thankfully Cadian. So they're good to go. They'll be actually shooting first. So this plasma will shoot the flamer. It's forced to hit. No, 5's to hit because he's usually forced to hit. But it's scared. Overcharging and reroll once because he didn't move. Look at that. 2 hits. 2's to wound. Oh, wow. But both wound. 2 6-up saves for that flamer. Failed them both. And now damage 2. Okay, so I'm looking at my indicators and they have 1 command point each and I can't remember. Oh, they spent a command point to reroll his advance, and they spent a 1 reroll for this guy's overcharge. So, yes, I'm good. But I'm still spending these guys' final command point to reroll this. So I want an out-of-action result. There we go. Killed a Space Marine. Alright, now I can start putting dead over here. And then we'll start putting every Space Marine who escapes over here. It's fired. These guys don't have anyone that can fire at the moment. He's going to overcharge shoot into that guy. So 5's to hit, reroll once, reroll once, because he's overcharged and he doesn't. Well, he's going to end up dying. But at least we could, see if he can wound. He got the wound, 1 6-up save, failed it. They'll spend a command point to reroll that. Still failed it. Damage 2. And should be obscured. Yeah, he's totally obscured, so this guy definitely dies. And he just takes a flesh wound. Oh, joys. Alright, he has take aim. His only double tap target is this one, which he might as well take. 4's to hit because obscured. Reroll once because of take aim. Look at that. Nothing. This plasma's going to shoot at the hammer. Might as well. Long range obscured, so 5's to hit. Will not overcharge. Yep, nothing. Four shots from this guy straight into this model here. Out in the open, so 3's to hit. Seriously? Strength 4, toughness 4, so 4 to wound. We got 1 wound. AP -2. Survived! Of course, so those shots were useless. This guy will shoot at the 1 wound Space Marine just in hopes to do something. 5's to hit because obscured. 1 hit. 5 to wound. Doesn't wound. Now we move on to Space Marines can shoot first. He's going to fire a crack grenade at the sniper because he can shoot before the sniper shoots. Sniper's out in the open, so 3 to hit. They're salamanders, so 1 free reroll. Hits. 2 to wound. 1 free reroll. Wounds. AP -1, so 5 up save. Failed. No command points. D3 damage. Okay, damage 1, but I mean, that just means 1 injury dice. So, no command points to change that. But it's still going to affect the sniper. Who's going to shoot next? Only target and double tap. Comms will add 1 to negate the wound, basically, because his feet are still just above this, so he's still out in the open. So 3's to hit, reroll 1s, overcharging. Reroll 1s. Whew. Okay, 2 hits. 2's to wound. 1 wound. AP -3. Look at that, he survived. I don't think Astra Militarum is going to win this one. I think they're going to lose horribly. Who's going to shoot next and shoot what? Well, for him, this target is just as hard as that target. But let's see who could shoot what. He's got 2 shots on that, so he's going to shoot at the Sergeant because he might be able to cause problems. Obscured, so 4's to wound. 4's to hit. Missed. Comm Specialist. Will shoot at him, but it's long range. So 4 to hit, 1 shot. Doesn't hit. He just barely has the doubles on there. 2 shots, 4's to hit because obscured. 1 hit. 5 to wound because Ogryn is tough. Didn't wound. Wouldn't even wounded a regular guardsman. Okay. His only shot is on that guy. It's 3 shots still, but long range, and he's not obscured, so just long range. So 5's to hit. Gotta hit. Strength 5, but, you know, still a 6 definitely wounded. He gets his normal 3-up armor, though, which he makes. Yeah, they're not really that worried about the Ogryn because they still have hammers out in front. Alright, he's going to do 2 shots into this model. Obviously obscured, so 4's to hit. Missed. A lot of misses today. This Ogryn's going to shoot that model because it's his only shot, really. 5's to hit because obscured. Whew, that's some bad shooting. But it's an Ogryn. I didn't expect it to shoot well. He's actually got the 2 shots on that model. Pretty sure it's obscured, but I'm going to actually have to double check.
He might have a clean shot for all I know. If he was like an inch this way, he would have had a clean shot. So, obscured. Forced to hit, but still 2 shots. Okay, he just misses them both. And the final Ogryn. Does he have a shot on anyone? Nope. So we just go to the assault cannon. Which... it's gonna have to take a long range shot, no matter what. But it's a question of who does it want to shoot. At this point, I'd rather just shoot the person who can give orders. Just make morale more problematic. Obscured long range. So, 5s to hit. But, you know, just roll them 3 hits, 2s to wound. Wow. 1 wound, but it just needs one of them to hurt it. Since she's got a 5-up save. She failed, no command points to reroll. She still gets to roll an injury roll. No command points, so just injured, but still it's enough injuries that there's probably going to be problems for guardsmen. So all shooting has happened. Now we move on to punching. I'm pretty positive I recall he has 4 attacks. Terminator Sergeant with hammer. And is an expert fighter, so gains 1 attack. So 4 attacks. But it's hammer time, so it's, you know, forced to hit, but it's a new phase. So we'll just reroll this one because it's free. And it's a new phase. Strength time 2 to wound. Might as well roll this. Yeah, all those wound. All of them go through. Damage 3. Poof. And now this time I'm actually going to remember he gets a 3-inch consolidation to the closest unit. So he goes over there. Alright. Space Marines don't have to do morale. Astra Militarum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 in total. So, yep, just like last time. I need 8 to be problematic. That's 5 dead, 2 wounded. Ooh, just 1 more in their bad phase. But they still have to do morale checks for the injured models. Now, this one has 2 next to her. So she'll roll it, and let's see what happens. That's obviously a fail, but there's a con, so it gets a reroll. Failed! Oh, joy. Her has got that ogre next to her. And that Ogryn. But it doesn't really matter because there's also another shaken. So this gets ridiculously added to. So basically I add 4 to that to get 8. I'm pretty sure that's not a fail. Yeah, she's leadership 7, so she would fail. But the Voxcaster's here to reroll. To fail even more. Okay. Shaken. So yeah, that was a miserable... This is just a miserable game for Astra Militarum because they literally didn't get to do anything turn 1 and they just keep getting shot. They just don't really get to react. Alright, round 3. Space Marines go up by 2 command points because the Sergeant's still alive, but because their leader's shaken, they only go up by 1 command point. Yeah, we can see how horribly this is going to go. 8... 11. Oh, they actually have the initiative. What? Alright, ready. 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 Comms is going to move up so she can help this guy. This Ogryn's declaring a charge on him. You overwatch with... Well, a frag grenade's kind of useless, so he won't use a frag grenade. But he'll overwatch with a crack grenade. And miss. So, charge distance. They're going to spend their 1 command point to reroll that because that is miserable. Oh my lord. That is miserable. He doesn't really want to charge into hammers. It's a hard charge, but he's also charging this guy. And this guy will also fire a crack grenade. Missed. Charge distance 9, I think. That puts him technically 1 inch away. Okay. Fuck you, terrain. Within the 1 inch, so technically a successful charge. Nice. At least something happened here. He can't charge anyone. So he could really just get forward and try to get into people's way. And that moves on to their charge phase, the Space Marines phase. They have an objective. Okay. They have a command point where they could just like advance someone who's in, who's locked in combat, but it's only if they started the movement phase within 1 inch. So they can't spend it on him to just advance and get away. So we're gonna have a hammer. This hammer is just gonna declare charge on that Ogryn. That Ogryn charged, so it can't react or anything. So 6 inches, yeah, right there. So success. This hammer's declaring a charge on that plasma. The plasma's obviously firing Overwatch. No command point, so he's not going to overcharge. No hits. No deaths. Hammer time. They will spend 1 command point to reroll that in hopes that it gets successful. 7 still. But he's also really freaking close, so that plasma really needs to stop him. He's just gonna womp womp womp. And they need basically after this turn to start getting models off the field. So these guys see this big opening in the center and are just going to start advancing. So advance. 10 inches. Can't shoot. This model, advance. 8. And then he will advance. Spend a command point to reroll that one. Just, they have their last command point. But he could be right there. So that way next turn they can get at least probably all these 3. He needs like a 3 on his advance roll, but he could potentially get off. If they get 4, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think they just need to get like 4 or 5 off the table. So if they can get that 4, they're in good shape. And this one's probably just going to move up. All right, shooting. They all have the advantage for shooting. So they just got to kind of do it. This plasma gun's going to shoot at that model. Comps is going to add 1 to his shot roll, so that way he can actually hit something. He didn't move, so he can reroll 1, so he's going to overcharge. So, just 4s to hit. He got 1 hit. 2 to wound. It wounds. AP minus 3, so 6 up save. Failed. Damage 2. Got that 1 to kill. This one's also going to just shoot into that model. He will overcharge because there's really no point in not doing that at this point. I mean, it's not like the hammer's going to assault him. It's going to run around him. So all he can do is try to kill this one model. So overcharge. 3s to hit. Will fry himself. 2 to wound. Does wound. AP minus 3. Failed it. Damage 2. Okay. This time, they both die. So, proper death for the Emperor. Even though you kind of have to wonder if they're really fighting for the Emperor because they're fighting Space Marines. Who knows? Alright, she will fire into that one. 4 shots, obscured, so 4s to hit. So 2 hits. 4s to wound. 1 wound. AP minus 2, so 5 up save for that Space Marine. Made his 5 up save. And this guardsman can shoot. Is that within range? Base to base, yes. But the real question is, can he see that Space Marine? Oh, yeah. You can see that leg. So 2 shots. Just obscured. So 5s to hit. Reroll 1s because he didn't move. He got 1 hit, but doesn't even wound. Nope. Now we move on to non-ready models, so they can fire one of their non-ready models first. Alright, she doesn't really have any good targets, so I'll just fire him first. Right into that model. 3 shots, 4s to hit because out in the open. 3 hits. Strength 5, so 3s to wound. 1 wound. No AP. Oh, wow. Injury roll. You killed him. So Ogryn killed someone without having to punch them. Alright, they're actually, I would say Astra Militarum is now doing pretty well. So it's not like the game instantly ends when someone breaks. So this assault cannon is just going to shoot. Yeah, he's just going to shoot all 6 shots into her. She might be out in the open for him. Oh, this barrel looks like it's probably blocking. So 4s to hit. I haven't spent a free reroll this turn yet. 3 hits. 2s to wound. Sure. 3 wounds. Pretty sure I'm going to be doing another injury roll. Or not. Holy
Holy hell. May be shaken, but armor prevails. So charged units go first. These are just regular Ogryn. I think they're just like one of them. They still gain an attack from charging because Ogryn have that ability. Oh come on, there we go. So they're gonna have 4 attacks. Nice. So his 4 attacks on this guy. 3's to hit. 3 hits. 3's to wound. 2 wounds. AP -1, so 2 4-up saves for the Space Marine. Failed one. Actually, oh yeah, technically Pylon. Oh right, Hammer charged him. Hammer is a Zealot. Hammer now has 3 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Both hit. Because it adds 1 to its strength because it's the Zealot, it becomes strength 10. So it's actually 2s to wound. Both wound. They go through. Damage 3. Poof. Now 3-inch consolidation. It's gonna poof that one next. He's gonna punch. Wait, he's an Intercessor. He probably has 2 attacks. Yep, he's got 2 attacks. 3's to hit. 1 hit. The Hammer did not spend that pre-roll, so he's gonna use it. The needs 5s to wound. Gonna spend that free reroll. Either way, 1 wound, 1 5-up save for the Ogryn. He failed it. He has 2 health remaining, so these 2 are just punching it out. So, people have shot. We go on to morale, which start with Astra Militarum, who definitely needs to do a break test. And they definitely passed their break test. So now we just go to doing nerve checks on the people with wounds. Might as well do plasma first because they have the most likelihood of passing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna be a 1 for both of them. It doesn't matter who I roll first. So we'll just do the sniper. Fails, but we got a Voxcaster on the field. Fails. Leader. Failed. Voxcaster. Failed. Space Marines. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the field, 4 dead, so they're not half yet, so they don't take morale checks. So yeah. End of turn. Round 4. Space Marines are at 1 command point because they both go up by 1. They're both at 1. Their sergeant's shaken. Their sergeant's dead. Well, they don't have any choices here if the Space Marines want to win. Oh, he has to wholly within, so it has to advance to get off the field. 4, 9, off, so off. He needs to advance. 3 plus 6 is 9, so boom, fully with off. He's going to advance. Oh, that's an 11. Okay, back of his thing. Ooh. He's not wholly with off. He has to stay there. Can't. If he was a normal Space Marine, he'd be off, but because he's that, he can't. They'll actually spend their 1 command point to disengage this model to advance. Ooh. So if I move 1 inch that way, I have 5 inches, which still puts whole base off. So I got 3 off the board and that go. And he's still gonna fall back 3 inches that way, 3 inches this way. Because it might not end this turn. So he's got to try to go somewhere. Did I roll for who goes next? Or did I just assume? I don't even remember. Well, they moved first anyway, so I'll just say they rolled initiative. I mean, even if they didn't, it wouldn't have changed what Astra Militarum was going to do, which is ready, 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 ready. No, he would have charged someone. He still could charge this guy, so he's still going to do it. Declare charge. I think if you advance, you can't overwatch. Since I just realized he gets overwatch. Unless I don't think advancing prevents you the ability to overwatch. Or react, as it's called. Okay. Model cannot retreat if it's already made a move of any kind. Wait. Cannot react, right? That just says react, not... Yeah. No. That's retreat, sorry. Okay. Advancing says you cannot react. So you couldn't react. I rolled 10 for the charge distance. He's in. You gotta stop him, Ogryn. Even though you don't really have much of a chance. So we just kind of go on to shooting. Columns will add 1 to the sniper. No, not to the sniper, just plasma. The guy's actually out in the open. So it's going to become 3s to hit. Overcharged. Reroll 1s. Oh my lord. They'll spend 1 command point to reroll 1 of these. They got a hit. 2 to wound. It wounds. AP -6. And AP -3, so he needs a 6. He got a 0. Damage 2. I killed him. No one else can shoot anything because they're the only other person to shoot is in melee. So Ogryn, right, he's the bonehead and combat specialist. So he's got 6 attacks, 3s to hit, 5 hits, 3s to wound, 3 wounds. 3 up saves for this Terminator. Failed 1. He's a 2 wound model. So he does that. He's a Terminator Gunner. He has a power fist, so time for him to get a punching. He's got 2 attacks, 4s to hit. 1 hit, and he's got a free reroll, so he'll spend it to get 2 hits. 3s to wound, because it's only strength 8. Both wound. AP -3, so it goes through D3 damage. He has no command points to reroll that, so it does 1 damage. The Ogryn survived the punching. Now we just roll to see if the game ends. Well, morale check is still technically a thing. Do these guys break? No. Do Space Marines break? No. Does he pass morale? Holy heck, yeah. Does she pass morale? Yes. At the end, everyone's just like, alright, I'm ready to battle. It's a little too late. You can't really join now. Does the game end? No. round 5. He's got initiative. 10. 5. Oh, what do they do? Let's just kind of quickly go through this because it's not going to fully matter in a moment. Charge. 5. There. I mean, why not? Charge. Whoop, 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 whoop. He's just kind of sit there and go, well, that sucked. Because then he just goes, and that ends that. Now I need to see the wording of how it's victory conditions. Okay, so they needed to get more models off the field than dead or alive. Because of that one guy that got killed, they couldn't even tie it anymore. Well, no, if this guy was still here, he'd be able to run off and they could win it. But because he was killed, they actually lost it. Space Marines actually lost in the end by 1 model. So some of the shots really did end up mattering. So in the end, would you say it's kind of balanced? Actually, not too bad. They managed to get across and do significant damage to the guardsmen, but they managed to do just enough damage to pull off the win at the end. Like, these 3 guys just so tried. They were just about there. If none of them had died, they would have won. That was a interesting game. Have a fabulous day, everybody.